Marvel Rivals. Captain America, my first game with Cap. And you might be watching these videos, guys, and I've not been able to check the comments on a lot of them. I've been too busy at the moment. But some people might be like, this does not look like your first game with the character. Some people might think it looks a bit misleading. But what I'm not telling you when I make these videos is that I spend quite a lot of time in the practice range fucking about with guys. I'm not one of those players that wants to pick a character before I know something about them and I have an idea of what's expected of me. I'm not a guy who picks somebody, has no idea, jumps in there and does absolutely terrible and then thinks he had a fun time, because to me that sounds like fucking hell. So before I played Captain America, I did watch a streamer play him who was really good with him, and from that streamer's stream I saw him doing the special jump, the like bunny hop that you can do with Captain America, which you're going to see me doing a lot here. I also saw him explain some of the combinations of your combo into throwing your shield into some of your abilities. And he gave me a really good impression of how to play the character. And for the life of me, I can't remember his name. So I do apologise about that. I just kind of was browsing between the Marvel Rival streams and I just listened for a little while. And then from that, I went into the practice range and then I messed around with the targets until I got comfortable with a feel for what his buttons were. Because one of the things that hurts me the most in this game, and I'm sure you guys have suffered it too, is I try to play so many different characters just to experiment and have some fun and see who I like and see who I don't. But everyone's abilities are mapped in different ways. So some people have evasive moves on left shift, some people have them on Q, some people have them on right mouse. And I tend to default to certain inputs and do the wrong things at the wrong time. And it takes me a while to fix that, because it's just how my brain works. Like, some characters I take to really quickly and it all makes sense and I don't find it difficult. Other characters, I am constantly doing the wrong thing, pressing the wrong moves and looking like an idiot. So if that's happened to you guys and you feel me on that one, don't worry, I know we're not alone. There has to be more people struggling with that, because there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to retain, and you know, this game can be quite crazy and quite hectic when it gets going. First thing I notice on this though, because I've played a lot more Captain America now, this is a Captain America with a Thor, and Captain America and Thor together are really good. But we need our passports because we're currently going for a ride, as Jeff does what Jeff does best, which is ruining everyone's fun with zero effort and zero mechanical application. But Captain America is very hard to kill. So by default, he has his 650 HP. He also has a shield that has a ton of HP as well. And he is one of the best counterplays for Star-Lord's ult that I have seen. I had a very competitive game yesterday against a really good Captain America, and I was playing Star-Lord, and that guy was hunting me down when I popped it to try and make me shoot his shield instead of his team, and it was one of the cleverest plays I've seen on the game thus far, and it taught me a lot about how I'm going to play my Cap. So the shield is very good, and when he pops his ultimate, I think it heals him. I'm not entirely certain because I don't generally pop my ultimate too much with Cap, outside of survival, trying to get on the point. But it makes him hard to die, you know. He's really hard to die. And the way he works is when you punch people, it powers up his shield so that he can throw his shield and his shield will bounce around a few times. And there's an indicator on the screen that explains this mechanic a little bit better for you visually. And what I try to do with him is I try to be really mobile, stay with the team, dive the enemies a little bit, come back with the team again, come from different angles, use my mobility, and then when my cooldowns are there, I'll go in, I'll start beating them, I'll combine the shield throw into the shield dash, and then I'll get out of there with the jump. If I think I can finish somebody off and kill someone, I'll use my jump into my ground pound and do that. Here we go, Hawkeye used his ult. But sadly, he's just holding his bow and not respecting me. Thor's another one of those enemies that I didn't really understand here, so I'm just going to go after him as best as I can. But when Thor uses his Thunder Force stuff, it gives him armor. So if you come up against a Thor that knows what he's doing, he's going to rotate through his moves, through his hammers, and he's going to have a lot of sustainability that you might not have. But you have really good mobility. I mean, so does he, if he can charge his hammer. And then we have this Star-Lord using the E button, which I watched the tournament for Marvel Rivals the other day, and I noticed that even the highest level guys were using that move with Star-Lord, so they see some competitive application of it. I still think it's a bitch move for bitch players, and I'm going to avoid using it outside of absolutely... Like, right now, I might use it as she's running away, and I might have to reload. But she ults, I throw the shield up. We've got an Adam Warlock going in, doing his job. I try to catch her down, but I miss. and then she gets healed by the cloak and dagger at the back. I'm going to keep pushing her though because I know she's relatively squishy. And right here we're getting zapped, but it's not too bad. I've got a capable team. I'm just trying to pull as much aggro as possible, and then I'm going to start diving these ones at the back. She's small, she transforms into cloak, she's dying though. She's going to go invisible. There's Hawkeye. This enemy, oh my god, dude. I cannot stand Hawkeye. I think he ruins the game, and I can't wait for them to do something to tone him down. Like, I don't care what anyone says about this nonsense that you have to be good to play that character. There is nothing good about missing 6 times and then instantly killing somebody by accident. That's not good, that's luck. And we don't want that in this game because it's fucking ugly and it doesn't suit it. But we get the victory there. That was a really quick game, and I think Nem popped off as well with Scarlet Witch. I should have really picked Magneto and got that sick-ass sword, but that was my first game as Cap. We ended up going 18-1, we blocked 5,000 damage, we did 4,000 damage ourselves, and we got some tasty credits. Thank you for watching, you take care now.